afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express. My name is Jeannie D.
My name is Balisa Dembe. Happy Friday.
I know. Do you have any major weekend plans?
Not at all. I'm taking it easy. I do have a friend's birthday coming up tomorrow, so I think that's about it. I don't want to overload myself and yourself.
Good. I'm definitely overloading myself. And we are going to be overloading you with fun and entertainment, and it starts now. So some of the most memorable characters in film and theatre history have been played by actors who have done a lot of hard work on their bodies before the camera even started rolling. Moreover, many of these actors take extreme measures preparing for these roles, not only losing weight, but doing their own stunts as well. Hamilton Dhlamini is the kind of actor that has been able to transform himself so much that one would think that he basically is the character in real life. We chat to him about his long-standing career.
I'm a huge fan of Hamilton,
yeah, he's a legend.
So I'm looking forward to that conversation. Now we also meet musician Sibu Nzuza, whose music rather specializes in authentic and organic sounds. Plus we chat to Tshegofatsto Senne, a writer and a digital content creator who began designing yearly planners that inspire, educate and empower, all whilst integrating affirmations of mindfulness into your everyday life.
I definitely need one of those. I'm a pen to paper kind of diary girl.
It's a must-have.
Now, if you're not such a pen-to-paper kind of person, if you prefer it digital, then remember to engage with us on our social media platforms and tell us which actor would be Hamilton Dhlamini's co-star if you were making a rom-com. So tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page.
I'm very keen to see who you guys nominate to see alongside Hamilton. Now, there's no denying that Hamilton's versatility as an actor is quite vast. Now, not only has he he has forged his career not only as one of the finest bad boys on our screens, but it's also taken him years to perfect his craft of acting and is reaping major rewards for doing so. The award-winning actor attributes his success to having theatre as the foundation and has stayed humble throughout. Now, let's have a look at one of his most monumental roles as he played on stage, Woza Albert.
You know that you're a black man, don't you?
Yes, my boss.
And you live in South Africa?
Oh, yes, my boss.
So you know you must always carry your passport?
Oh, yes, my boss.
And what happens if you don't have your pass?
I go to jail, my boss.
And what if your passbook is not in order?
Hundreds and thousands of people will gather at the Regina Mundi Church in the heart of Soweto. People will be singing and dancing. There will be bread for all, wine for all, and our people will be left in peace. And because there will be many of us, the whole world will be watching, and our people will go back to their beds happy.
Wow, that was an outstanding performance in Woza Albert. So the original cast, I think from 1981, is now redoing it and performing again. But I think between all of those years, you kept it going.
Yeah.
Why was the play so close to your heart?
It's because there are things that we did not say to our children, what happened in South Africa during apartheid time. And there was a gap whereby people were lost and they didn't know what was happening between black people and white people.
Yeah.
So I thought it was relevant so that we can tell all these things, reveal everything, and start a new country. Because during the Mandela reign, we did not speak. We were celebrating together as one, and we were lying to ourselves. Yeah, so I thought Woza Albert will be right because it will show people what not to do in South Africa.
That's why it's so relevant that it's touring again. And I think it's probably one of the most successful plays to come out of South Africa. I mean, it did so well internationally as well.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you are such an unbelievable trained thespian that before you were famous on our screens, theatre was really stuck, you know, in your heart. But a performance like this was, I mean, this isn't an easy play to do because it is so physical.
Sure.
There's mime, there's a lot of it isn't always the spoken word.
Yeah, I did not have formal training except that I started in the shacks in the township.
Yeah.
They call it community theatre.
Yeah.
And I worked my way up until I got where I wanted. I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
And I got it. I was actually picking every technique that I could come across. Pani Simon, Bertolt Brecht, Stanislavski, and confirming all the techniques because I had failed my matric, so I couldn't go to the university.
Yeah.
I still don't have it. I still don't have my matric. But everyone wants to teach me any technique. I'm definitely open to
Yeah,
that.
well, but look, you obviously didn't need your matric. Your acting career started when I was born, and yet you still look as old as I am. So,
Yeah, thank you.
You're doing good. But I mean, you really cut your teeth, I suppose, as a young boy, selling peanuts and stuff on the trains.
Yeah.
And I suppose you really did live with the grit of society, getting to see, you know, people at their rawest form. Did you always want to be an actor? So were you always just watching people and taking it in and observing that behavior for your storage system, I suppose, of skills?
I don't know. It just came in 1984. In the middle of the riots in the Val Triangle. And I thought, rather than being a comrade or a politician, let me rather pursue my acting career. It just cropped up, and we were in the shack rehearsing shows about the struggle and all that. And yeah, it went on, and it grew.
Yeah.
So, and my parents did not believe in the career. But
No,
even
they
now,
wanted you to
other
be a
parents,
doctor, hey?
they wanted me to become a doctor. And my father, he was a truck driver.
Yeah.
So I would bring homeworks of mathematics. He doesn't understand anything. So how do you expect me to become a doctor when you do not understand mathematics?
Yeah.
It takes 7 years to become a doctor, mathematics and all that. And I thought, okay, they don't want to support me. Then I started selling peanuts and apples and juice in the train, in the moving train. And the profit that I made, I attended workshops which were held by Ken Gambu and other household names at that time, like Sol Rachilo, and those were theater gurus, And then I started paying for everything and assimilating information until I was confident enough.
And you really do have, I suppose, so much confidence, especially in getting your claws into a character. And is that why TV bored you? Because I suppose TV characters maybe don't go as deep as what a theatre character would go.
TV, scenes from the past. People think TV, it's a place where you can just say your lines and pass. Then it has become, it's gotten worse now. That is why I love theatre. I want to be a storyteller, not a celebrity who has 5 million followers on social media. No. I enjoy storytelling. Yes.
That's why you're a writer as well. What do you write about?
I write my stories because, and I know I don't pitch them because I know they won't approve them. They don't fit the format.
You don't pitch them to TV?
No, I don't. I shoot them. I've got my own company, Ndlondlo Productions. And Ndlondlo means by force, by a hash. So I'll do it my way.
So
and I won't pitch. I don't want to be commissioned.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So where can people watch your shows then?
Soon I'll be building myself a theatre or a cinema whereby I'll run things my way because the government has failed us theatrically and otherwise.
What does it mean to you to be a method actor? Like, what is your process into getting into a character?
I go everywhere in South Africa. I absorb the people that I sit with in communities like squatter camps, suburbs and all that, and I sit with those people. And before I leave, I would have gotten something from them. It's either mannerisms, you know, or gestures, whatever, or the way they talk. And I've got that skill of absorbing it, and that's it. Take it away and keep it within my medulla oblongata. When I need it, I just pull that file and I present it.
Well, I have to tell you, you absolutely stole the show in Five Fingers for Marseille. Your role, I mean, look, I've got goosebumps right now even just thinking about it. So what did you pull out of your medulla oblongata for that? What inspired that?
No, but there, I had all the characters, but I was confused because the director didn't know who I was playing. I wanted a background. Where did this guy come from?
So you had to come up with who you were playing.
We were putting things together and like, okay, I see him like this and that and that. I was helped by the costume guy. His name is Pierre. He's in Cape Town here. And then he just hoided that jacket and my eye was changed and the makeup also helped me. And the conditions, the temperature, it was very cold in Lady Grey. We shot it at the Eastern Cape at Lady Grey. And my voice just went, and I thought, okay, now let's keep it here.
Oh, no, you're scaring me already. For anyone who hasn't watched the film Five Fingers for Marseille, you've got to go and watch it. It is outstanding. It is really, really brilliant. How much time do you have to prepare for a role like that? Because I don't think you shot it you shot it quite quickly.
Yeah, 4 weeks. We didn't have budget. We didn't have any support, so it has to be whop, microwave, and that's it. But luckily, we had actors who are passionate and they are experienced in as far as storytelling is concerned.
Yeah.
So there was that thing that, okay, guys, let's show the world that as South Africans, we can do something. And what makes me happy is that we didn't have any foreigner. It's all South African crew, South African cast, everything.
Yeah.
So the world knows that we've got skill. They must come. We're challenging them.
Absolutely.
We've got loads and tons of stories.
And I mean, you've been awarded so many times as a celebrated actor. What do those awards mean to you? Because I think you're the kind of guy that your work means everything to you. But it's it's kind of nice to get awarded and celebrated for you know, as an actor as well.
South African awards mean nothing. They carry nothing. There's no prize. You can't celebrate. They empty your pocket. You still have to dress up to go get that award. It takes away a lot from you. And you get to a company, you want this fee because you've got an award, you don't get it. They think, oh, you're big-headed and all that. So it means nothing for me. Every speech that I utter, I always do it for my audience and say, I've got it, be proud. But to me, it says nothing.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am very proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I think that's a good thing to be, like, to go through your life and go through a career and to be able to say to yourself, I like who I am. I'm proud of myself. I like the work that I've done. That's a good place to be.
It is, yeah. And especially, why am I proud? It's because I don't have formal training.
Yeah.
I don't have degrees. I failed my matric, and I'm proud of that. I had to unlearn other things that were taught to me by the system. So I had to teach myself things that I wanted to learn. Yeah. And basically, I've created myself.
Yeah.
That is why I'm so proud. And I want to tell all the youngsters, wherever they are, it doesn't mean when you failed matric, you are useless.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean just because you didn't get your matric, you have to resort to crime.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot that you can do in life.
But I did hear that you've got a daughter. You've got 3 kids, but I heard that you've got a daughter who wants to be an actress, and you're just telling her, no, 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 find another way.
My firstborn, yeah, she's doing BCom Finance, and I'm pushing her to that, but she's not interested, and I know it's in her genes.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I'm saying no because the industry is not okay, especially for ladies.
Yeah.
It needs soldiers, and I could tell she's, you know, she's taking things easy, and she wants it.
Because
so I just want her to get that BCom Finance, and that's it. Then she can explore whatever she wants to do, just to have something to fall back on.
Yeah, but the fact that she's got the confidence and the courage of her own conviction to want to go into acting says a lot about how she was raised. And I think if you look at how you and your wife are, it's such a solid relationship.
Yeah, thanks.
So that's important, I think, in raising kids.
It is. I think I'm overprotective, and I'm working with lots of youngsters in East Tembe, and they're taking things lightly, and there's no resistance.
Yeah.
Probably she wants to have followers, or maybe she wants to be my shadow. I've worked very hard, but she still has to prove it to me.
Yeah.
Unless if she works for me, then I'll understand. But still, she's going to have to work 10 times more than I did.
Yeah.
Because that's the name, Dhlamini. That's the name.
Yeah.
It means a lot. We need to keep it up there.
Really
it doesn't need sissies, yes.
Yeah, and you deserve it.
Thank you very much.
Proudly honor your name.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's
It was
a
an
pleasure.
absolute pleasure interviewing you.
Pleasure, yeah.
From selling peanuts to being an award-winning actor, what an incredible journey. Now, after the break, we prepare a flavorful, spicy peri-peri chicken sliders. Now, remember to also engage with us on our social media platforms and tell us which actor would be Hamilton's co-star if you were making a rom-com. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. See you after the break.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Super M Gap Filler.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and we're going from Waza Albert to Waza Weekend. It's Friday, and it's time to take a moment in between all the madness and just chill with Super M. Now, we're making spicy peri-peri chicken sliders that are a perfect gap filler to go down with your favorite chilled Super M. So don't miss out. This one is an awesome recipe to try this weekend. To get the list of ingredients, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. SMS's costs R1.50. And free SMSs do not apply. Clem, let's get this party started pre-weekend.
I say pre-workout.
I need to say pre-workout.
Don't try this as a pre-workout.
You know what? I think it's flashbacks of Wednesday's episode when I was working out on those trampolines, but it's okay because this is what I was working off. All these delicious sliders that you're about to prepare for me.
I enjoyed watching you doing that segment.
I'm sure you did.
So you earned this now. You earned it.
I'm sure you were low-key having a laugh deep down.
What? Never. Never. You were great. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing is I've got some chicken breast, and people will be like, why is Clem using tongs and a knife? Because I don't want to get the chicken on my hand right now. So I would not do this at home. I would be here, go wash your hands, come back.
But then I also think that that's a nice trick, because a lot of people find that the texture of chicken and, you know, between the hygiene also being in the kitchen, you have to wash your hands every 2 seconds because you don't want to get raw chicken all over your bowls and your food. You could.
That's true. Some people are quite scared of raw chicken.
Exactly.
You don't have to be, but it's fine. Okay, cool. So what I'm doing is cutting it super, super thin. I want to cook the chicken as fast as I can over the heat that we've got right now. So by cutting it super thin, it means the heat goes right through the one side, turn over, cooks through even quicker on the other side. Okay. Whereas if you have a thick piece of chicken, like this,
it'll take so much longer.
So it'll take so much longer. It's like a massive piece of meat that has to be cooked through. So let's put this to the side. We're not going to use this right now.
Okay.
So again, cut it as thin as you can.
I suppose that you run the risk of drying out your chicken because it is so thin.
Exactly, but we're going to cook it so fast.
Okay.
Also, the spices that we're using are going to keep it nice and tender.
Okay,
Look at me. I'm actually like, how big is this chicken breast? Wow, this one chicken breast
You're
could be
really
like a
good at
family
this,
of 6.
and you're so neat too.
Oh, wow.
I'm
Said
very
no
impressed.
one ever about me in the kitchen.
No, I'm very impressed today.
There we go. Okay, will you pop that in our bowl for us?
Got you.
Just like that. Just like that.
Okay.
Amazing. I'm going to actually borrow this plate over here for this. I'm not going to use it. Can you turn the board around for me?
Yes.
Cool. Now let's get seasoning. So chicken's over here. To it, I'm gonna make like a peri-peri kind of glaze. So I'm gonna got some oregano, some cayenne pepper, some paprika. That's gonna go in there.
That's a nice flavor mix.
Salt and pepper. Will you do that for me? Lemon juice is gonna break it down as well, so it's not gonna be as dry as normal.
Okay,
and some
I like
lemon
that.
zest.
Ooh, so this is going to be so... I actually like the freshness of lemon inside your chicken.
Yeah.
Because it adds a different tone with a whole lot of garlic.
Absolutely. Okay, so red wine vinegar went in there. Garlic.
What does red wine vinegar do?
Also, it gives it that signature peri-peri flavor. But it's slightly more tangy. Yeah,
Okay.
so you can go for that. Will you give it a good mix? Sure.
I like this. Okay, we're doing so well in the kitchen right now. Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to you. We're making incredibly spicy peri-peri chicken sliders. We've already got the chicken underway here. Clem is putting some olive oil. I like that.
A bit of olive pride.
A little bit of...
I like it, I like it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Then, I've got a bowl with some purple cabbage over there for you.
Yes.
Will you add the spring onions to that?
Okay, and now what are we making? We're making the nice slaw.
A nice slaw, because you kind of want to cool it down somehow. And the slaw comes in perfectly handy for that. A little bit of cream mayonnaise. Can you guess what that is, by the way, what you got in your hand?
Can I smell it? Ooh, what is this?
Something I've never used in this kitchen. Mint sauce.
Mint sauce.
Yeah.
I have never had mint sauce. So does it matter? Do I have to put the cream
Doesn't matter what goes in first. It's totally fine.
Okay, let's do the mint since we just spoke about it.
So the idea is once this chicken hits the griddle pan, you want it to like sit there, get super smoky, super charred. You do this on the braai.
Kim, this is almost done. Clearly, we know what you like using in the kitchen. What happened to the creminaise? Okay, is that
but
enough?
now we call each other out on TV.
I'm just saying, the last time I checked, this was a full...
It was full. I actually used it to make some extra slaw because I want to feed everyone in the loft today.
Perfect. I'm sure Hamilton and the rest of the guests will like this.
I hope he tries it.
Has to.
Hope he's not scared of heat.
Ooh, no, you can't run away from heat in our kitchen.
No, not at all.
No, okay.
Okay, so that's all slaw done. The chicken's almost done. Will you start adding some slaw to our buns?
Okay.
Very important when you actually cook this chicken, open a window, all right? The fumes will get you.
Really?
Are you getting it a little bit now?
Yeah, I do get it. And you don't want to be choking and coughing in the kitchen.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
perfect.
I don't mind, but I mean, I'm looking around there. Some tears are forming, okay? No,
What's
our camera
another
crew, they
alternative that you
handle
can
it.
use if you're not quite a cabbage type of girl or guy? What else can you use in the kitchen? I like a good tomato base as well and lettuce, the
Yeah.
original kind of burger.
Okay, you can totally do that. You can just swap it up for lettuce. Even if you don't like lettuce, just take it out.
Okay.
Just go for tomato.
Okay, I like that. How's the chicken
Unfortunately,
doing?
the chicken's not done. And the worst mistake you can make
What?
is give your guest undercooked chicken.
Raw chicken. I have terrible raw chicken stories where you get sick. It is not worth it, and that is not how we're trying to spend our
No.
weekend. So we have to make sure that it's cooked right through.
I've got this one friend who invited us for dinner, right? Thought she was super fancy, asking us how would we like our chicken done.
No!
If someone
It's
invites you to
always
their
well
house
done.
and asks you how you want your chicken done, you need to leave.
They are the problem.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay. But
Okay.
I hope you took over in the kitchen.
No, actually I didn't. I just all of a sudden wasn't hungry anymore.
Yeah, I get
right.
that. I really do get that.
Okay, so probably like our chicken's still gonna take some time to get done now.
Uh-huh.
Let's look at the chicken sliders that we actually got over there. How
Okay.
amazing do they look?
They look so lovely, so juicy too. I suppose when the chicken is now on here, we can kind of pop it up, pop
And
it
then
all on
just
top of each
The
other.
idea is to do it in sliders. It's perfect for the weekend when you actually have guests over. Also, if you look at it, this is literally one chicken breast.
It is.
It's one. And that'll easily make, the chili, that'll easily make about 5, 6 sliders.
I like that. So we're taking a little bit and we're making it go a very long way in the kitchen.
We recovered from January, but now we're trying to save the money.
Exactly. We're trying to save it, and that's what we're doing in 2019. You have to be money conscious, and also making the ingredients in the kitchen, the less, the more.
Absolutely.
Thank
the
you
less,
so
the more,
much, Clem.
the more, the less.
The less, the more.
less, the
It's
more.
the weekend, kitty weekend. Now, this is a must try. Remember to SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent to your device. So choose your chill with Super M and Waza Weekend.
All of Zanzi. It's going to be a hot day in the big city. Super M Gap Filler.
Made with love by Clover.
After the break, we meet a gifted musician by the name of Sibu Nzuza to chat about his journey and his latest single, 5 Minutes.
Express yourself.
Clover Crush. 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I hope that you're having a fabulous Friday afternoon. Now, Sibu Nzuza has always shown an interest in music since he was a child and was always chosen to sing the lead in the choir because of his really high-pitched voice. So after deciding to leave his job and focus on music, life became extremely hard. But he pushed through and is now signed to a major record label. Let's have a look at the song that put this man in the spotlight. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome to the show. I mean, I wouldn't say that your voice is extremely high-pitched. I think you just got the voice of an angel.
Well, at the time it was high-pitched as a kid, actually.
Oh,
yeah, basically.
And that changed?
Yeah, it kind of changed when I grew up.
Yeah, but it's still so smooth. Really.
Thank you.
So beautiful.
Thank you so much.
So 2018 was your year, hey?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you wrote the song 5 Minutes.
Yes.
And it kind of created a stir online.
It did.
And then you got signed to Ambitious all in one go and then catapulted to national fame. What was your year like? Tell me a little bit about that story.
It was a bit challenging at first, basically, because I was in 2018. I was still based in Durban.
Yeah.
Basically, so yeah, that's where I was. I was actually based at the warehouse, A1 Wolf's warehouse, basically. So, but at the time, A1 Wolf kind of like gave us what you'd call tough love, because we always had to hustle. You know, he was always on some. Yes, I'm known. They know you by me, but you still gotta work.
Absolutely.
Basically, so yeah.
What a valuable lesson to learn.
Yeah, pretty much. I still use that till today. So. And then as the year went, basically, and then that's when I started being in contact with Ambitious, and then, yeah, that's how everything started, basically.
I mean, how did you feel when you got that phone call saying, hey, you've been signed?
To be quite honest, it wasn't as exciting at first because...
Oh, well, that's a buzzkill.
Yeah, at first it wasn't as exciting because at the time, sometimes I can be a hard person to reach, so they did try to reach me a few days before they tried to call me.
Oh my goodness, the one call that you should have answered and you didn't.
Yep. And then, yeah, got back to them, and then it went exciting when it was time for the first meeting, because I told you I was back in Durban, basically, so I only started getting excited when I was in a plane to Joburg to have that meeting. And
amazing.
Then, yeah, that's when everything just started getting real.
I can imagine, and I can imagine like sitting on the plane where everything is now, when you're realizing that your dreams are actually coming to life. Because the journey just before that was quite hard on you, I think. I heard you dropped out of school, you lost your job to focus on music, and just it didn't work out, and you fell into a depression. And I mean, that must have been quite hard to try and pull yourself out of that. And goodness, aren't you glad it worked out?
Yeah, I am glad it worked out, but I've always known it was going to work out in the end, basically. The whole dropping out thing and the depression thing actually happened in 2014. So things didn't just go well right away, basically. So this happened in 2014. Basically, dropped out of school, dropped out of work, went broke. Went broke. And then, I kind of had to feed my music habit then because I didn't have any income back then. So that's when I became a photographer, basically. And then that's when I got back to my feet, actually. And I only realized after the whole depression thing that that was actually depression, because I didn't know at the time what depression was.
You just thought that was your feeling?
I just wasn't informed about depression up until the point where I became a victim to it, basically. So and then things only started looking up last year when A1 found me. And yeah, basically.
Do you think that feeling that you had, that you knew you had a talent, you knew you were going to succeed, was it that belief in yourself that kind of drew you out of your depression?
It always was. It always was that belief, basically. One thing that helped me is someone told me that this is not going to be easy. You know, you're falling into a dark place. So someone did mentally prepare me for what was coming. I just wasn't emotionally prepared for it, but I was mentally prepared for it. Me being mentally prepared for that made me come out, basically, out of it.
You know, people always say this isn't going to be easy, and if it was easy, everybody could have it. When you realize and when you consider, I suppose, the depths of the darkness that you experienced, is it all worth it?
Totally. Totally. Because even during the depression days, all I'd have to do is just think about times like these, basically, because I always want to do this whole imaginary mind time travel type thing going into the future, and then I'd come back excited about the future, basically. So yeah, it's one of the things that helped me go through the depression on some, I know this will be over someday. I mean, I'm not gonna be like this my whole life. So what I do is I just, you know, time travel mentally.
Well, you do have a gift, and I think you've got so many different talents that it's almost easy to back yourself. And speaking about your time traveling, is that where you got the title for your book, Zulu from the Future?
Basically.
So you're writing a book?
Yes.
Zulu from the Future. What's it about?
What inspired that actually is back at the time, I've always done this thing of I write to my future self, basically. I have a diary where I write to my future self. I tell my future self that, so today I'm going through this is this day. So if you're okay in the future, read this and you'll be grateful.
Has that been your journaling, like over the years?
I only started it when I did the whole dropout thing, basically. So it
what
wasn't...
amazing therapy. Like, how were you aware that that would be something so cathartic to do? And, I mean, that is unbelievable self-growth.
Up until this day, I still use the very same diary. I go back to read to the 2013 me. I go back to talk to the...
No ways. That is such a genius idea.
Yeah, I go back to the 2015 me. And then whenever I'm just not feeling all right today, I go back to him. He tells me, you better be grateful because this is what I'm going through right now. So you've come a long way.
You're going to make me cry. What, absolutely. No, but what a gift to have that self-awareness and to love yourself enough to know that you deserve you caring for you.
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful is that? I think that's amazing.
You're making me cry.
Sorry. I can't wait to see you perform a little bit later.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
I'm sure a lot of people can relate to Usibu's story. Not always are you motivated. Sometimes you do get down and you do get depressed. So if you, like most people, are struggling to balance out your life, then we've got something that just might help you navigate your daily tasks and bring you a little peace of mind. Now, after the break, we meet Tshegofatsto Senne, who designed the Thembekile Diary, which is a daily planner that integrates affirmations and mindfulness into everyday life. I'm sure a lot of people can relate.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I trust that you're having a gorgeous Friday afternoon. Now, our perception of the world is affected by everything from our childhood experiences to what we studied in college to what we do with our free time. And staying organized and on track with an endless to-do list can be a daily struggle. So with all of your information scattered across different email addresses, notebooks and online tools, now Tshegofatsto Senne found herself not being able to find a daily planner that met all of her needs. So she designed one that integrates mindfulness and is made for those who are ever evolving and determined to live and plan for their best life. What a genius idea. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I'm one of those people that need to write everything down, pen to paper. I can't put those notes in my calendar and a phone.
Yeah.
I'm a pen to paper person, and the best diary I ever had was actually one that's like, it was big and it's stuck on my fridge so that I could see exactly what was happening that day and then I wouldn't forget.
Yeah.
But there's so much more that you need to add. It wasn't enough space.
Exactly.
And then you arrived.
Yeah.
Tell me about the idea. How did you come up with it?
You know, it was about 2 years ago when I literally, you know, I'm very obsessed with stationery.
Yeah.
But for years, I was constantly walking into all these stores. I wasn't able to just find a planner that looks as good on the inside as it does on the outside. You know, you get all these variety of covers, but on the inside, it's just literally the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to design my own, started looking at bullet journaling. So I literally bought an empty notebook and I used to draw my planner every single month.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So I used to post this on Instagram and then people were just like, you should just make one and sell it. So I did.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard the interview with Sibu, but he said how he journals, writing to his future self.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know, having that connection to your awareness and to your sense of self, it's, I mean, how do you put mindfulness into this journal?
Yeah, I mean, I made this journal because literally that's what I was trying to do. I was constantly making sure that, you know, in all the, you know, we keep chasing this multiple streams of income. You have all these to-do lists, you have all these things you need to do, but you don't ever really just sit down and you're just like, okay, but how am I doing? Not just literally my schedule, but how am I doing? So I was just like, you know, I want to be able to make sure that in my to-do list, I'm able to still write out my thoughts. I'm still able to literally go through my notebook and I'm able to just answer some questions just about how I'm doing, how my mind is doing, how my mental health is doing. I mean, Sibu was just talking about his mental health. Just making sure that you're constantly, you know, staying aware of how you are, not just in the constant paper chasing, you know? Yeah.
Checking in on yourself.
Exactly.
And remembering how certain days and certain things made you feel. I mean, what a great... Why didn't I think of that? Why do you think it's important to connect how you feel with the experiences of what you did?
I mean, literally the thing about mental health, because you get to a point where you're so busy, everything is great, but you know, you end up feeling, okay, but why am I not feeling happy about this? Why am I feeling like I'm feeling a little bit dejected, but everything is going well? So as a person who also struggles with anxiety, I was just like, let me just find a way to kind of manage the way that I'm working through every single day. So that at the end of the month, at the end of the year, whether or not I've achieved my goals, I know that I'm still healthy as a person.
What else would we find in your diary? Like, how does it work? Because, I mean, there's such cool pages. I mean, look at this. The artwork in here is fantastic. It looks fun. It looks like one of those diaries that I can't wait to write into.
Literally. I mean, I made this planner just, I like plants, so I was just like, I'm just going to put a bunch of plants in it. And then people also let me know, you know, actually, I can use this as a coloring book as well. And I was like, you know, people just discover new things about the planner, and it was just making me hype because in as much as...
doodle. I mean, that is just...
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like, it was a thing that literally every single month I just used to know I have something to look forward to. Just, I get to draw something. I get to create the month that I want, you know?
And it actually looks like a great book that in years to come, you can find it on your shelf and go back and
just
read.
Just like, 2019, what a good time.
Yeah, this was me in 2019. Ooh, better put a lot on that one.
A little bit of a scrapbook as well, Yeah,
exactly. But I mean, you are super creative and you are also super connected to your mind. You've also got a blog. Which deals with a whole array of topics. Tell us a little bit about your blog and what some of the themes you explore.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't blogged in a while, but I was just lucky that my blog kind of exactly how this planner does, it helped me think through things. So I used to just blog about, you know, consent, especially in a country where it's a very violent country, just teaching people about consent, teaching people about sexual and reproductive health, teaching people about even pop culture. Let's just talk about, Insecure, how was that episode this week? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just a place for me to just constantly be able to talk to myself. I kind of like talking to myself. And if it's on the internet, why not?
Where can we find your blog?
So my blog is tshegofatsosenne.com. So it's my full name.com.
Beautiful. All of that information will be available on our website. And now more stationery. Stationery business is booming for you. What can we be seeing? At the moment, it's just the diaries.
At the moment,
what are you rolling out?
So I'm hoping that I can do a couple coloring books because people were so hype about it, and coloring just makes me happy. So I was just like, do a couple coloring books, do a couple just plain notebooks, you know, looking at planners very specific to people. So for writers, for moms, because there were a couple people who were just like, you know, I want to be able to document my pregnancy. So doing things that are very specific to people. So writers, moms, students, whatever you want, The nice thing about having your own company is I can do what I want.
Exactly. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing with us.
Thanks so much.
Can't wait to have all your stationery.
Sibu, if you could write to your future self about this very moment, what would you say?
I'd say right now you're probably somewhere changing the world and stuff. Just, you know, don't forget who you are, basically. And tell your mom you love them. Always.
I love that. That is so beautiful. Genie girl, you better hold on tight to that planner, because if you don't, I promise you, Sibu and I will snatch it up. Don't you agree?
Basically.
Express yourself.
One, two, one, two.
Inana ngicela ukusebenza. Yazi phela umuntu mengaphika nawe izinto eziningi ngeke ngisazenza. Ngiyazi phela masuqoka imfishano sonuka kahle ngibe ngisazi. So baby I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Baby I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Dlulisa phambi kwami ukhindile ngathi anginakile kani ngiyakubuka yabona kuyangithunuka.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express, and it being the month of love, I think we decided to have something a little bit romantic in the loft, ending off our weekend with a gorgeous love song. Now, Sibu Nzuza's song 5 Minutes speaks about a hard-working artist who is a workaholic and happens to be a helpless romantic, struggling to balance his work and his love life. Take it away, Sibu. Ukusebenza yazi phela umuntu mengaphika nawe izinto eziningi ngeke ngisazenza. Ngiyazi phela masuqoka imfishano sonuka kahle ngibe ngisazi. So baby I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Oh baby I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Uloku idlulisa phambi kwami ukhindile ngathi anginakile kani ngiyakubuka yabona kuyangithunuka ufike wenze ngathi uzongiluka lezandla engezwa senze idume ngazo ngizwe sengijuluka angithi yabona uyangithunuka. Okay, maybe just 5 minutes, baby. Yeah.
I saw you get to have your way with me, but after this, I'm going back to write lyrics. Oh, babe, you too nice with it. That's all we got, baby, 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, depending on how we ride with it. Oh, baby, you too nice with it, but after this, nanangicela ukusebenza. Yazi phela umuntu mengaphika nawe izinto eziningi ngeke ngisazenza. Yazi phela masiqoke imfishane usonuka kahle ngibe ngisazi. So baby, I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Oh baby, I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Cela ukusebenza, ambulala be. Avusile. Cela ukusebenza, cela ukusebenza. Cela ukusebenza mina, ambulala be. Ayisuka yabona manje uyangiblackmail uthi mangakunaka uzomuka awunekanda laduka wenana phela buka ngajela ungangithinti kanjeni yabona izotshaluka ukuthi nawe nani uyahlupa. Okay, maybe just 5 minutes, baby. That's all you get to have your way with me, but after this, I'm going back to write lyrics. Oh, baby, you too nice with it. That's all we got, baby, 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, depending on how we ride with it. Oh, baby, you too nice with it, but after this, nanangicela ukusebenza. Phela umuntu mengaphika nawe izinto eziningi ngeke ngisazenza. Ngiyazi phela masiqoke imfishane usonuka kahle ngibe ngisazi. So baby, I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Oh baby, I ain't coming back to bed, it's a trap. Phela wena ngiyakwazi. Cela ukusebenza, ambulala baby. Ey, avusile. Sebenza, ngicela ukusebenza, ngicela ukusebenza. Ambulala be. Avusile. Phela wena ngiyakwazi.
Yay! Come on over. Well done. That was an absolutely beautiful performance. 5 minutes. What a great track. What is it about?
5 minutes is about a love song, basically, but then I didn't want to recycle the whole love song thing that I can't sleep without you, at night I want to fly away with you. I just chose to use a different method on some. I'm going to write a love song from a workaholic's perspective, basically. So it's this workaholic acting like he's not affectionate, but then he's willing to give away 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, basically. So yeah, so 5 minutes is just about. It's about a workaholic who's a hopeless romantic at the same time and trying to juggle both, basically.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. I was going to say relatable, but Hamilton, is it relatable though? I see that you've got an incredible relationship with your wife and you've got a gorgeous wedding ring. Can you relate to the struggle?
Yeah, thank you. This is my wedding ring. It was made by Prince of Newtown. And yeah, I've been having this ring for like 25 years now. Wow. And I'm enjoying it. Yes, Prince of Newtown. You always find him in Newtown. Yeah. That's how he expresses himself. So this 5 minutes, yeah. People are expressing themselves. We need to cough everything out.
Yes.
Yeah, let's not hold things. We're building a new country. Let's do it now. Yeah.
And that goes back to what you were saying about performance, that you need to commit, you need to feel it, you need to be intimate too.
Yeah.
And do it intentionally.
Yeah, and let's not hold back. Let's hoy. In Afrikaans, this, yes, hoy, man. So we're holding back. We're like, no, let's hoy it and see. And let's fail and learn from our failures.
Hold back.
Yes.
It's That's not my nature.
Just be honest.
No.
Yeah.
You know, I think the common thread on this couch between all three of you is, I mean, with you dropping out of school, you also not finishing your matric, and you just like excelling in everything that you do. It's having so much courage and belief in yourself and who you are, and that's the goal. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to achieve. What is the secret to getting there? Because it's difficult. Not everybody hits that level of, okay, I can breathe now, I can actually finance myself in doing what I love.
And also, our education system doesn't accommodate creatives. We've got superstars. By now, we're supposed to be having a hip-hop class, poetry, actors class in schools. Now you have to finish your matric, then you start acting, which it's delaying us. We don't have time. We want to make the best out of what we have. It's our talent. So we need to change our curricula, put in all those things, hip-hop, and that's it. Teach youngsters how to write lyrics.
Absolutely behind you. Education must be offered, different kinds of education. I actually read a letter that a teacher in a Japanese school wrote to the students saying, remember that among these children, there's going to be an artist who doesn't understand mathematics. There's going to be a musician who doesn't understand history. And so you've got to understand that children for young are going to be so diverse, and rather nurture it than try and box everybody into being the same, fitting into the system.
And it also contributes in causing the depression, because we're forcing our kids to do stuff that they don't relate to. Soccer stars, you're supposed to start playing soccer at a very tender age. But we start late, and our careers only last like 2, 3, and that's it, you're done. And that brings up the depression, because you want to do more.
Do you think it's the fear that people need to have a certificate and that education so that they can make money? Because being an artist and being a creative doesn't guarantee you your paycheck at the end of the month.
Well, one thing creatives need to understand, or dream chasers, is that dreams have no deadlines. So people need to stop following rules that have no author, basically. No one said by the age of 25, if you don't make it by the age of 25, you should quit. That is definitely you giving up. There's no other way to look at it, basically.
Morgan Freeman only made it at like 50.
You know, and also Ava, the incredible director abroad, she owned favorites. She only picked up her first camera at 30. So it's so true. Let's not box ourselves in. Let's not keep constructed, and let's be creative in our thinking, in our education. There's a conversation ongoing about opening up the industry. So we believe that to have more longevity, give yourself a proper opportunity, is to get that education, get that training, know that full force, when I go into this industry, I'm going in relentlessly to chase those dreams.
And education is also not English. People think it's education, it's English. When you speak English, then you're sorted. Education must be finding ways on how to uplift the economy of the country, on how to make the people of this country proud. But it seems to be stereotype, and it's wasting our time, and it's delaying the success of this country.
I think it's also just important to just try. Because even without the education, without the resources, just to start where you are with what you have and do the best you can. Because I mean, I do so many things because I was just like, oh, that looks interesting. Let me try.
Guys, thank you so much for an outstanding show. I'm obsessed with all of you. I absolutely enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining us as well. And if we can call our floor director to the stage, to the dining lounge. Happy birthday, my baby! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Join us again on Monday as we debunk some HIV stereotypes with actor Henny Jacobs, as well as Dr. Cindy van Sale. We loved having you on the show. We'll see you again on Monday. Good night and God bless. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
Okay, maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20, depending on how we ride with it. Oh, baby, we too nice with it. But after this, looks better. Yeah, spell umuntu mengapika now is dating ngenzazenza. Yeah, spell amasuko gefishano sunuka kahle ngibe ngisazi. So baby,
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.